it would be better for him if a millstone were put around his neck and he be thrown into the sea than for him to cause one of these little ones to sin. I believe no one can cause us to sin, because sin is our own free choice, and we alone will be held accountable for our own sin. One thing that Jesus is pointing out here is that even though every person must take responsibility for their own actions and in their own sins, we must also take responsibility for the ways that we act as tempters of sins. We are all sinners. Therefore, by our sin, we will all tempt others to sin also. So we can tempt others to sin. Sometimes we will tempt people to sin by provoking them to anger. At other times, we will tempt others to sin by setting a very poor example. With that said, Jesus explains that the fate of those who act as tempters of others, especially the little ones, will suffer consequences graver than an untimely death. The little ones which Jesus speaks about should be understood as those who are weak in faith, overly sensitive, particularly vulnerable in their life, and susceptible to outside influence. This could be a child, or it could be someone currently teetering on the edge of despair, confusion, anger, or any serious sin. When you encounter such people in your life that appear especially vulnerable, sinful, confused, or lost, or struggle with anger, or an addiction, or some sinful lifestyle, are you judgmental, condemning, belittling? When you encounter someone who is greatly struggling, do you turn to them with the deepest compassion and mercy, forgiving, and always there for them in their need, no matter how hard it is for you? Commit yourself to a profound love for all God's little ones and seek to serve them with the heart of Christ, so that one day they will eternally rejoice with you in heaven. The gospel concludes with the request, Lord, increase our faith. Comes just after the teaching about forgiving those who have offended us. And the disciples immediately felt their need for a stronger faith. Hence, their plea is for help. Faith is the beginning of true life, says Saint Ignatius of Antioch. Those who act with faith can achieve amazing things. As the Lord says in the gospel today, if you had the faith the size of a mustard seed, you could say to this mulberry tree, be uprooted and planted in the sea, and it would obey you.